welcome to the podcast.
Hi.
I'm Blue Gender.
I'm Redbeard, in case you hadn't noticed.
And this is the AMTV podcast. No one's first video is ever great. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at Joe Rogan's first videos, he was literally like sitting on a couch and the shit was, he just set the shit up wherever the fuck. We're already doing better than that. You know? So,
Fair enough.
I think it's fine. You know? Let us know in the comments. Is it okay to just... Because, like, if you want to do something and you don't have it exactly perfect, I think you should just do it anyways.
I think it's better to just go for it. I mean, that's what we're doing here. You know, we're in my studio office area, and, you know, this is my creative space, but it's not really set up for doing podcasts or even filming. I do more music in here, edit videos.
We're making it work.
We're making it work. We're using what we got and we're making it work.
There's bright ass lights in front of my face. You know, that's why I got sunglasses on, because I got sensitive eyes.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, dude. I'm serious though. I think they are sensitive, and I think it's because I work night shift, because I cannot open my eyes with the fucking sunlight. Like, when it's sunny outside, dude, I'm just constantly squinting. That's why I have a line that's forming right here.
Working night shift and having blue eyes. I have blue eyes, so I'm sensitive to daylight anyway. But I remember when I was working nights, and, you know, I got so used to driving at night on my commutes that, you know, night vision in the dark, no problems. Now that I have pretty much adjusted to a daytime schedule, if I drive at night, I can't see anything. I can't see shit.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I definitely... I mean, now, like, because what? It's like summer now, so I go to work at like 7 p.m. There's still fucking daylight, dude, and it kills me every single time.
Yeah, but just wait until wintertime rolls around.
My day was pretty good. Yesterday, I spent time with one of my baby mamas. I have two different baby mamas. I got one daughter, one son, so, you know, I'm solid, right? Obviously, you know, one of them hates me, the other one loves me, so it's all good. But yeah, you know, that's why we out here hustling. Your boy needs money because your boy gotta pay child support. So yeah,
fun stuff.
It's not really that fun. It's actually it sucks, but it is what it is. You know?
I think I told you the last time we hung out. I don't want your life. I don't.
And you know, I thought about that too. When you said that, when I was driving home, I was like, you know what? I was like, nobody wants my fucking life. I just, you know, everyone I talk to, they always look at me with just a look of horror, like when I tell them just about basic shit that I'm dealing with. And I'm convinced that I am living this life because I'm able to handle it. I do. I got way more problems than just the fucking baby mamas, but I don't know, man. I know it's gonna be all right.
You're also one of the strongest people I know. You've been through some shit, and you always make it out on the other side.
Yeah, I guess.
I respect you for that.
Yeah, I guess, like, when you do go through a lot of things, it kind of, if you don't, you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
It's true.
So, I'm here now. We're gonna be like making films, doing videos, all the shit we said we were gonna do in our 20s. We're doing them now. I'm fucking 31, starting this shit. First video podcast. But, you know, if you never start, then it's never gonna go anywhere. So
exactly. So I think that's, you know, this might be a good time to kind of introduce what this channel is going to be about and what we're looking at. Just kind of give people a good idea of what to expect. So, like you said, we're going to be doing some music, we're going to be doing some films. Just to give you the skinny, Blue Gender does music, and obviously I do film stuff. So we've been best friends for I don't even know how long, but
over 10 years.
We're just bringing the team together, you know, bringing our creative juices together to kind of create something cool that people haven't seen. So
yeah, I feel
you bring
like
the music, I bring the film.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I haven't really seen a team like that, like like a film guy and a music guy, kind of like just doing shit together. I mean, you know, it's always like one or the other, but they have like a team. You know what I mean? Like a music guy will have a team, or some guy that just does all the film stuff. But we actually will collaborate on each other's thing. Like, you know, like I'll help you like with film stuff, and you'll help me with music stuff. You know, it's like we just.
Yeah, I don't know how many times you've sent me a song and I'll listen to it, because I'm also a musician, so you know, it's not like I'm just some Joe Schmo. I've got some musical sense. But you'll send me a song, and then I will listen to it, and I will provide you with critical feedback to help make it better. Yep. And then you'll be like, oh yeah, I hear it now. And then you send me the next version, and it's 10 times better.
Yep.
And then same thing, I'll write a script for, we've got some films in the works, and I've been writing some scripts, but I'll send him a version of the script, and he reads through it, and he's like, it's just, you know, something about it, it's not flowing right, you know. Or I'll get that vibe while he's reading it, that, yeah, you know, the dialogue, we'll do our own thing for the dialogue. But yeah, this is the general idea. Okay, so it's no good. Yeah. I'll go back and revamp it. And now we have one film in the works that I think is actually a music video, but it's also going to be a short film, kind of a combined project.
Yeah, and because since we both have like, you know, we're both talented, we could do a lot of different things. You know, these are kind of like the film, the music is kind of like what we are like specializing in, you know. And so this podcast, you know, we're just going to be talking about basically our journey. This is like the start, you know what I mean? Like, we don't really have anything out yet, you know.
It's in the works.
It's going to be straight up.
Don't worry, it's in the works.
Yeah, but, you know, as we release, you know, more episodes, it's basically just going to be talking about just the journey along. Like, if you follow this podcast, you're basically going to be with us on the journey to making this happen. Like,
you'll either watch us succeed or you'll watch us fail.
And you know what? If we fail, at least we fucking try, because I will be damned. I will be damned the day that, I don't know when I'm gonna die, but you know, when that day comes, I do not want to just reflect on all of my regrets. I already got enough fucking regrets, dude. I don't need any more regrets.
Gotta try.
You know what I'm saying?
We gotta try.
And in the position that I'm in right now, especially with my job, it's like everything that's been happening to me lately it's almost like a sign, like I've been getting like a signal that like the time is now, you know. And that's another thing I want to say, is like, it's never too late to do what you want to do, you know what I mean? Like, I'm 31 and I'm trying to do fucking music, and I always, even when I was 25, 26, like, I always just felt like, you know, maybe that time has passed, or maybe, you know, because a lot of artists you see, you know, they're always younger, you know what I mean? Like, it's always like a younger crowd, but it's like, but then you see some rock stars that's just been doing shit for like fucking years, and you're like, dude, you still doing this? You know, it's like, you just gotta do whatever it is that you desire to do, because, you know, we don't live forever, man.
YOLO.
We're all gonna fucking you only fucking live once, and
it's true.
I'm gonna go out a fucking rock star. I'm a rock star. All right, I got the fucking shades. I got the, you know, I'm working on my shit. You know,
I got my film hat.
Because, you know,
makes me feel good.
He's got the film hat. But no, seriously, dude, we are going to make some real shit, and I'm super excited.
I'm excited to get these projects out into the world and share them with everybody. And like I said, you know, whether we succeed or we fail, the audience can follow along, and if we fail, then they can see what we did wrong, and we can talk about, you know, what we would have done differently. And, you know, I think this is going to be a fun experience and a fun journey for everyone.
No, yeah, like, definitely. And, you know, if it doesn't work out, you know, like, fuck it, dude. We don't do the shit anyways.
Who knows? These podcasts might turn into just doing YouTube videos and cutting them down to 8 to 10 minute videos.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you just never know, man. Like, just don't be afraid to just do it, because that's one thing that held me back for so long, is just fucking being afraid to be great. Dare to be great. Dare to be great. True. And I know it all seems like whatever bullshit right now, but yo, when you start seeing this come up, you know, I'm just saying, I fucking told y'all. Told y'all, motherfuckers. All right.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you. We're trying out our format here, but you went through a breakup fairly recently.
Yeah, I did.
And obviously, that's something that most everyone will go through at some point in their life, and it's never easy. Maybe sometimes it is. Maybe you're lucky. I don't know. Maybe it's mutual, and you both are just like later.
Yeah.
But you and that girl were together for a good chunk of time, and you have a kid together.
10 years.
10 years. It's a long time. So let's chat about that for a minute, and maybe talk about some of the struggles that you faced, and maybe some of the emotions that you went through, and some of the challenges you're still going through. Especially with a child involved.
Oh man, yeah.
We talk on the phone just about every night, and I know it's tough. So
okay. So all right. So we'll talk about how to deal with a breakup, and whether it's been a year, 2 years, 3 years. A lot of it, it all feels the same. It all sucks ass. My most recent breakup happens. How long has it been now? Has it been 5 months?
Back in February?
Yeah, like the beginning of February. Literally right at the end, like January 30th.
It's now July, so yeah, 5 months.
So it's been 5 months after my breakup with one of my baby mamas. I was with her for 10 years. And one day, so looking back at it now, we've basically been broken up for I would say 2 years mentally, because that can happen. You can mentally break up with your partner, and you don't know how to get out. Some people are in a situation that is so deep, as in living together, you have everything tied up together.
Finances,
when I signed into my Amazon, her fucking credit cards and all that shit is still on my Amazon. I'm just
oh, so you're saying that we can just go on a shopping
No,
spree.
I'm not saying that, because I'm not trying to piss off my baby mama, bro. If there's one lesson I've learned that will stick with me for the rest of your life, there's nothing worse than a pissed off woman, dude. A pissed off woman will ruin your fucking life, and take that from Blue fucking Gender, bro. Don't try not to piss off these women, dude, because I'm telling you, if they care about you and you fucking piss them off, it's a wrap. It's just a wrap. So anyways,
nice knowing you.
Yeah, dude, I'm serious. I just now got to a platonic, I don't know if that's the right word, but just a normalized stage where we're kind of just pretending we don't exist. we're kind of pretending that each of us don't exist to each other, and we just, you know what I mean? Because I pick up my kid up from school.
Pass the kid off to each other.
Yeah, she drops her off at school, I pick her up at school, I drop her off at school, she picks her up at school, so we just have no contact. So we're kind of just pretending, right? So I was with this chick for 10 years. We have a kid together. She's 5 now. And when we broke up, dude, I felt alone. I felt lost. I felt hurt. Because, the dynamic, with our relationship, dude, I was a stay-at-home parent for the last, 2 years. And so me and my daughter have an extremely close relationship, which I'm thankful for, because she is everything to me. And it was just really hard, man. And it takes a lot of self-reflection. It takes a lot of getting to know yourself, and it is difficult, because a lot of us, me included, I'm 31 now, and for 10 years I would just ignore signs and just sacrifice myself to please other people, and just when you do that long enough, you just lose yourself, right?
There's definitely a problem with being Mr. Nice Guy and just going with the flow too much, putting your own morals and values below everybody else's.
No, yeah, and the only person that gets fucked over in the end is yourself. Because when we broke up, I literally didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do. And so what I did is there was two options, right? Either just fucking kill myself, right? Like that was a serious thought I had. I was like, should I just end it here? Because I'm not with my ex. I'm not with my kid right now. I didn't see my kid for like I think a month, something like that, after we broke up. Because I didn't have a car. I was in my brother's 1-bedroom apartment, sleeping on the couch for 2 months, along with along with one of our childhood friends, because he recently got kicked out. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I get kicked out, this guy gets kicked out, and now there's 3 dudes in this 1-bedroom apartment. It was fucking terrible.
Sausage fest.
It was fucking sausage fest all fucking day, and it was annoying as fuck. It was depressing as fuck. You can see why. I just had that thought of just suicide, because I was just like, I went from like being in a fat fucking house, planning on buying a house, with my ex and my kid, to just nothing. And it just takes a lot of just figuring shit out. And I figured it all out. I got a car, I got a place now. I'm trying to save up money. I'm eliminating my debts. And you just gotta work on yourself, man. You gotta hit the gym. You gotta fucking do whatever you can to love yourself. Because that's another thing I had to learn. I had to learn to like be at peace and just love the person that I am. And I literally had a moment one night when I was sleeping on my brother's couch. I was like, you know what? I was like, I fucking love myself, dude. I was like, what? I need to get this shit. This isn't the life that I'm supposed to live. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I need something more. Like, this life isn't just this area or just me in this room. There's a whole fucking life. There are plenty of fine ass fucking women out here. I'm like, I'm like, come on, dude. And I'm like, I ain't bad looking. It could be worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people in worse situations than I'm in, and they fucking have made it, right? And you just gotta think like that. Like, it's never the end, And also with my ex that I was with for 10 years, she was there when my mom passed away. So it was a lot of feelings of loss, and it was just a lot to deal with. But if I can tell you one thing, it gets better. It always gets better. You just gotta give it time, and you just gotta put the work in, and that's it. Listen, I'll tell you one thing. Life will pass you by. So make sure you do whatever it is you were put on this earth to do. Because if you don't, you will grow up, you will get old, and you will be mad at the world. And I'll tell you right now, I don't want to go out like that. And I know you don't want to go out like that. So let's get on our fucking purpose. Let's get on our fucking grind. Everybody around me hates when I say the word grind or purpose or doing what it is you're meant to do, because a lot of us don't know what the fuck that is. So spend some time with yourself, like I have, and find out what the fuck that thing is, because that thing will save your life. I can guarantee it. I've been at some low points, and I've turned everything around by finding out who the fuck I am. Hey, what's going on?
Well, and like you said earlier, it's important to find yourself and know what you want to do, which leads us into kind of why we're doing this in the first place. Mm-hmm. You've been able to focus a lot more on making some music and having a real authentic feel to your music that that I see lacking, at least in our local area.
So obviously I do music. I walk the line of like 3 different genres: rap, metal, and a little bit like lo-fi R&B style. And it's because I grew up rapping, but thanks to this guy and a couple of our other friends, mainly this guy because he's the one that got me into it.
That's such a funny story.
Yeah, I did metal music. You know, for the longest, I was in a metal band, me and Redbeard.
Yeah, I'm gonna break off and tell that story real quick. It's just funny. So
keep in mind, as a kid, I released music to my high school, like on, back in the day when there were CDs. I made a mixtape.
We're so old.
We're so fucking old. I made a mixtape called Music and Ramen, and I burned like 20 CDs, and I just handed them out to everybody at my high school, so everybody knew me as a rapper.
And we actually had a couple talent shows, I think, that you actually performed at, which was pretty cool. But yeah, very, very much rap music. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, I'm sitting over here in science class meeting up with a drummer, and he really got me into metal music. And I was still fairly new at guitar, but it was a new challenge to take on. Mm-hmm. And so we started a metal band, and we kind of got to the point where we were writing our own tunes and had some really cool instrumentals for a few songs. And we need a vocalist. Not between myself, our drummer, and our bass player, we didn't know anybody that was a metal vocalist. Now it's a super popular genre in our area.
Yeah,
but not at our high school, and certainly not at the time. We didn't have, there was nobody that was doing metal. Mm-hmm. And so I had the goofiest thought. I was like, I know a guy, he's a rapper.
I'm glad it was a goofy thought.
It was a goofy thought, for sure. But, if nothing else, it just, bring Blue Gender into the friend circle. And so he came over. He came over for.
Well, I'll tell you. I don't know if it was a text or if you just came up, or if it was like when we were hanging out and you were just like, "Hey, you want to be in a metal band?"
Might have been when we were hanging out. Maybe I did text you.
I think you did because I had time to think about it. I was like, "Be in a metal band." You're like, "Yeah, you want to be a vocalist for a metal band?" And obviously, I'm an open-minded person, right? I'm willing to try anything, and I think that's a good attitude to have. Obviously, don't try everything, but I always keep an open mind. So when he asked me, obviously, I've never done metal vocals, and I don't even know. I don't even think I listened to metal music at the time, and I listen to rock here and there. Like I think what was it, dude? When I was hanging out with Matt, he took me to fucking Green Day. Like a Green Day concert. That was my first concert.
Green Day. What's funny is my dad and I had also gone to the same Green Day concert, but this was before I knew Matt, and certainly before I knew you. So we were all at that same concert, and we just had no idea.
That's funny. That's funny. I think he told me that before, when we were younger. But yeah, so that was my only experience with rock, with any type of rock. Right? And Green Day is kind of, what is it?
They're punk rock.
Punk rock, yeah. So anyways, I just said yes. I'm just like, fuck it. Yeah, why not? Let's try it out.
Yeah. And then the next band practice we practiced every Saturday, I think. That's just what we did. That's what we had to look forward to on the weekends. We lived in the same apartment, so it was just, our drummer would come pick us up because we didn't drive at the time. And we'd all go back to the drummer's house. And we'd pick up our bass player, and I can't remember exactly how it went down, but I don't know. I think we just started off by playing some metal music on the drive over.
No, you know what it was? Actually, I don't know if this for certain. Was it at Ryan's house?
It was at Ryan's house.
So Ryan, I think before we even started, I think you guys were downstairs in the basement, setting up, warming up, whatever. Ryan took me upstairs because he's like, "Do you listen to any metal?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, let me show you something. And so he just educated me. He basically went up. We basically went upstairs and he just gave me a history lesson on everything metal music. He showed me a bunch of bands. One of them stuck with me, which is Amon Amarth. I really like them. I think I was listening to like Embrace the End.
Oh yeah,
I always
obviously
forget
Lamb
Lamb of God, like you know what I mean, like all those bands. And
Lamb of God, classic.
I will say, when I first listened to it, there's something about it that like spoke to me, and I didn't know what it was. Like it's funny, right? Because I was just doing rap. I wasn't in that universe of metal music at all, but as soon as I got exposed to it, this is how you know, like you just never know what you'd be into. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or like what's inside of you until you experience it. And when he showed me all that metal music, I was like, this is the shit, dude. I was like, what the fuck? I just felt just this surge of energy while he was just showing me all of this shit. And then, what was our first band? Was it
Carrion Carnival?
Carrion Carnival, dude.
Yeah, Carrion Carnival.
Run Away from the Flood. That was was that our first?
That was our first song. Yeah, The Flood. Yeah, that's a funny story too. But that first practice, you weren't even with us. You were up in Ryan's room the whole time, listening to music. And for the next several sessions that we had, you came with, but you just sat up in Ryan's room watching YouTube videos on how to do metal vocals and practicing in his room.
Dude, I also purchased a fucking DVD, The Zen of Screaming.
You did purchase that.
I purchased it because I was like, yo, I gotta bring it for these boys. You know? No, that's how I got into metal music when I was younger. We had Carrion Carnival was our first band. I think Ryan was our drummer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ryan played drums, Ben played bass, I played guitar. And that was our wonderful little 4-piece.
Yeah, that was Carrion Carnival, and then we stopped doing that, and I think we took a break.
Well, we stopped because we turned 18 and college time rolled around, and so Ryan went off to college, and that project just kind of fizzled out because it's really hard to practice when you practice at the drummer's house, and the drummer is several hundred miles away.
That's right. So we started another band, and Alex was our drummer at that time.
And that's a funny story too, because I was sitting in my apartment working my night job at FedEx.
Right.
And I was itching to write some music because it had been, I think, a couple years had passed. And I had texted Ryan, asked him, yo, when are you coming back from college? Because I need a drummer.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, why don't you just hit up our other buddy, Alec, who was also a drummer.
An amazing drummer, by the way.
Best drummer I know to this day, honestly. I was like, oh, yeah, that's a great idea. So I hit up Alec and was like, yo, you feel like jamming? I literally hadn't talked to the kid since high school. And just out of the blue, I texted him 2 years later, something like that. Hey, you want to jam? Yeah, sure. And so
that's how it always starts.
Yeah,
that's how it always starts.
So we met up and jammed on some riffs that I had and wrote a song. And hey, this is fun. So, that initial lineup was so funky. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, and then working at FedEx, I had met Carson, who's our tattoo artist, by the way. Great work.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Carson, if you want to sponsor us, hey,
we'll take your money.
We'll take some tattoo money. You know, I mean, we gotta support the tribe. You know what I'm saying? Like, about to get this whole arm done. Like, come on now.
Yeah, Carson also plays guitar, and his friend, who was also working at FedEx. Well, it was basically FedEx the band. His friend was also working at FedEx. He played bass. And then that dude's friend, who was also working at FedEx.
Fucking Cole?
Justin. Yeah, Cole and Justin. Yeah.
Justin was the guy with the face tat, right?
Did he have a face tat?
Oh, fucking.
Maybe he did. I don't know.
I don't think I ever met him, dude.
No, you didn't. Because Justin joined the band, and we jammed, and he was kind of hard to work with. And so we kicked him out. And that's how you joined that band.
Yeah, and that was honestly our most successful band.
Yeah, that one had a few lineup changes too.
I think
Cole played bass, and then he just kind of stopped showing up.
I was gonna say, I think he just kind of realized this isn't for me.
So we hit up our buddy Matt, who's a guitar player.
Oh fuck!
We're like, hey Matt, because Cole he was like, hey, he had his bass left at practice space. and so we were just kind of using it, and he said he didn't mind. But we didn't have a bass amp, so we hit up our buddy Ben. Hey Ben, can we borrow your bass amp so that Matt can play bass? And we did that a couple times, I think twice. And I was like, yo Ben, you want to just come hang out and make sure we don't fuck up your gear? And he's like, yeah, sure. And then after the second time, he was like, you know, I could also just play bass for you. I am a bass player. You know, that would make more sense. You know,
right? Yeah.
You just got to do things the hard way. Because Matt's a guitar player anyway, so it's like, maybe we can actually just have 2 guitars and a bass player, and a vocalist and a drummer, and there it was. Yeah, I think we played 1 show with Cole on bass, and then I think we played.
God, was that the show?
The very first show at the Branks? Yeah.
Dude, that was the most nerve-wracking show because it was a big show.
Yeah.
I was like,
our drummer Alec, he got us. The headlining band was Within the Ruins.
Within the Ruins on our first show.
Yeah, and I think we were the first ones to play too.
Don't know who the fuck we are yet. Yeah, you know?
Yeah, we hadn't found our sound. I had never played any shows. You had at least done some live performances with your rap stuff.
Yeah, that's what saved me.
Yeah, and Alex played a ton of shows because he had another band, Recursion, before we nabbed him up. And I don't know if Ben had ever played any shows, but I know Ben did theater, so it's not like he was, you know, stage shy. But Cole had done a bunch of shows because he had another band in high school that.
But even he was nervous.
Yeah,
like we were all nervous, but like the what made it harder for me is I have to be the front man, so I have to be like. You know what I mean? I gotta draw the crowd in. I gotta be energetic. I gotta act like I'm comfortable. And I'll tell you, you know, most of the time on stage, I'm not all the way comfortable, which is natural, right? And that's what I taught myself. I'm like, it's natural to be a little bit. You always want to be a little bit nervous, anyways.
Yeah,
it keeps you sharp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I could tell when I would look at when I'm. I remember that show because I remember looking at you guys like while we were performing and stuff. Everybody was just nervous, dude. Like everyone's just playing their instrument, just like. You know, just like trying to focus. You know, I was like, shit, dude.
Yep, we definitely messed up. I'm pretty sure you forgot some lines.
Oh yeah.
And it sounded like trash, and we survived.
Yeah.
That's the moral of that one is, you know, you just sometimes eventually at some point you have to just take the jump off the cliff.
Yeah, no, that's a great word. We did survive because we weren't complete shit. But we definitely just weren't ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We weren't ready. And I specifically remember having that conversation with Alec because he, you know, we kept practicing and writing material. I think we had a good solid 5 songs done, written and rehearsed as well as they could be. You know. And Alec's like, hey, so I want to start playing shows. I'm like, oh, okay. You know,
I love Alex.
You just take it as one of those, you know, kind of like in the moment kind of things that somebody says. Well, Alec does what he says he's going to do. So I remember just getting a text and he's like, okay, so we have a show on the 26th of July. Oh,
that's why it's great, dude.
And I remember asking him, are we ready for that? He said, fucking better be.
Fucking better be. Yeah, that's the type of energy.
Yeah, it was a kind of a shit show, but you know what? The audience reaction was actually really good. And that is what I think kept me going, is the audience reaction was actually rather positive to our garbage music.
I ain't gonna lie, not every show was a gem, right?
Not even close.
But we were getting better, our sounds coming together, and then once we started getting like follows on Instagram, started getting people reacting to us while we were performing and afterwards, I was like, dude, we're gonna fucking make it. But that's not what life wanted for us. Right? Now we're here. We're fucking 30.
There were a lot of things that led up to that, but
there are a lot of things, you know, but it is what it is. You know, it's hard to manage, you know, a bunch of different energies, a bunch of different people. You know, it's just hard. You know what I mean? Like the stars have to kind of align, or you got to be well prepared, which we weren't.
And that's the other thing too. We were young, inexperienced, immature, you know, and I don't think we realized how good of a thing we had at the time.
Dude, it was so good.
It's like, yeah, this is what happens. You know?
I'm telling y'all, man, we was gonna be rock stars. I was ready.
Yeah, I know.
Some of us were a little too ready, but I was ready. I was ready for that rock star life. I was like, finally. But we still gonna make it happen. It's still gonna happen. Blue Gender, I plan to do shows as often as I can. As soon as I'm done writing and recording this music, there's gonna be a lot more shows. There's gonna be a lot of music videos, and the music videos are gonna be real. They're gonna be special, dude. Because I will tell you, I've met a lot of these artists and performed with them in Portland. We live in Oregon. I don't know if we fucking mentioned that.
Washington.
We're in Oregon, Washington.
I'm from Oregon. I moved up here.
Yeah. We grew up in the same area. He recently moved here. What?
A year ago. It's about a year ago.
Oh,
a little over a year ago now.
But yeah, so like I know what the scene is for rap music. A little bit of rock, a little bit of punk, metal. Haven't done a metal show ever since the band broke up. So
yeah, this episode is probably just like our lives, a roller coaster of emotion. A lot of ups and downs, mostly downs. Very boring roller coaster. Does not do very well. Doesn't make many ticket sales. People don't come back.
I think it's perfect. I think it's the best podcast I've ever seen in my entire life.
You ain't watched it yet.
I will, and I'll say the same thing. I'll be in the comment section.
Yeah, I'll be the only commenter.
No, we'll have some people, some ride or dies that'll show up. God damn, Austin, how are we supposed to make this a thing if all you do is just put it down? It's gonna be great.
It's not pulling it down.
It's gonna be great.
Just bring it back to reality.
Okay.
Keeping us grounded.
You know what? Reality, it's gonna be great. All right.
This is real. It's authentic. People are gonna laugh because they love us.
Yeah. And I don't want anybody coming after us, all right, for talking shit. All right, we talk shit about everybody. Talk shit about our friends. Talk shit about society. Talk shit about everything, all right?
Talk shit about each other.
Talk shit about each other. And I want to let everybody know, I'm looking to the camera. I love everybody, all right? And I want everyone to do great. But also, a lot of you motherfuckers are doing some dumbass shit, and we're gonna call you out on it, alright?
True story.
'Cause I've done a lot of dumbass shit, and I've called myself out, so that gives me permission to call you out, alright? I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you know what? Let me talk to these Portland artists, alright?
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm coming for y'all, okay? I'm releasing a mixtape soon. I'm gonna be doing hella fucking shows, and I'm coming for every single one of you.
Not to mention the videos that are gonna follow. We got some fun content planned to go along with that music.
Anyway, let me just close by saying I love everybody that fucks with us. I hope you join us on this journey. We're gonna do great things, and yeah, just never stop doing what makes you happy. I mean, I don't fucking know. Oh wait, no. Fuck, this is gonna have to be so much editing. Oh my god.
That's what I'm here for.
I have to cut so much shit out, dude. Yay, first episode.
Would you be mad if I told you that the audio wasn't recording?
Oh my god, dude, I just had a fucking... Whew.
And on that note, we'll see you guys next time.
Oh.